My welcome to our West Coast brothers joining the league is be ready week in and week out in the Big Ten and our conference is what makes it, I think, the best college conference in college football.
Definitely say glad you guys are here. Definitely expect some physical football. You know, there's a long history of success in this program, and we hope you guys can add to that.
You know, buckle your chin strap and get ready to play some hard-nosed football. And, you know, welcome in, and we're excited to have you guys. It's going to be fun.
Just welcome to the Big Ten. It's big-time football, big-time plays. You got to be ready to make big-time plays. Welcome.
We run the ball a lot, physical, you know, anything can happen, and it's really cold.
Get ready to bundle up and enjoy the cold.
To the LA teams, Prince once said, "I love Hollywood, but I love Minneapolis better." To the Northwest two teams, welcome. You live in the North, but this is a different North. This is our North.
Some welcome messages from coaches, and you'll see messages like this on social throughout the day from the Big Ten and from each of the league's 4 new additions, including USC. What a cool experience it will be for student athletes, coaches, fans alike to make their first trip out west for a conference matchup, perhaps for a football game at the world-famous LA Coliseum. We are thrilled to be joined now by Lincoln Riley for today's big interview. You know, Coach, had the chance to catch up with you at the Big Ten Summit in late May out in LA. Didn't have the chance to talk with you directly in Indianapolis, but I got to tell you, watching you speak to the crowd, watching the crowd react to you, to your players, for us, there was a great energy in Indianapolis. What did the vibe feel like for you and your program?
Yeah, very similar. I would say a combination of just very welcoming. It's been great to get to know everyone with the Big Ten, the people behind the scenes that have been supporting us and helping us with this transition. And yeah, I think we all felt the energy of, you know, the combination of, you know, what has historically been a great league already, you know, and then you're adding, you know, some really tremendous programs to the mix, and really having a chance to combine and hopefully make each other better. And I think something that's been talked about, obviously for a long time now, just the idea of it, and now it's actually real. And I think, you know, those of us involved, people on the outside that are fans, I think everyone is excited to see what this kind of new era of Big Ten football is going to look like.
So the day is here, but other than maybe a jersey patch or a logo on the field, I know from an operational standpoint, there's not a huge difference in how your program feels on August 1st to how it feels on August 2nd. What will this day eventually, do you think, mean for the USC football program moving forward?
Well, it's a massive change. It is. I think we'll all understand like how big of a change it is as time goes on, because, you know, college football, as we all know, has changed in so many ways. But when this big of a combination, you take a team that has historically played the majority of their games, you know, out west, and now all of a sudden you're going to bring in all of these different matchups. You're going to have different rivalries that grow because of this. You know, the history is going to be changed forever, and you'll look back and say this was the day that it all started.
Let's dive into your team a little bit. Miller Moss showed us in the bowl game last year what he's capable of. Zachariah Branch named to the Paul Hornung earlier this week, one of the most dynamic players in all of college football in a couple of different elements. What do you want your offense to look like in what's being called the post-Caleb Williams era?
Yeah, I think it's just a continuation for us of continuing to build. We've done some decent things there the first couple of years, obviously, but excited about our growth. I was really, you know, I think we were all really energized and really excited about how we played in our bowl game with a lot of these young guys, and we feel like they're going to all have a chance to take a big step. And yeah, I mean, I don't know about, you know, post any player era. Like, to me, that's just kind of college football. That's your rosters are gonna change over. You're only gonna have these guys for a handful of years, and then other guys are gonna get their opportunities and they're gonna develop and be ready. And the reality is, we feel like we've got a lot of guys, you know, that are ready to take that step and that are ready to lead us and be productive. And you know, that's our goal on all sides of the ball here. Is like we want to do what we need to do to help this team win games and be an advantage for our team every time that we step on the field.
And I know on the defensive side, you're really excited that Dan Lynn comes crosstown to be your DC. I'm curious, from a head coach's perspective, what are the subtle changes that you can see, whether it's preseason, whether it's in camp, the way that he engages with the players that tells you that the change you need is coming?
Well, I think he, along with our defensive staff, and it's a very accomplished defensive staff. These guys are great teachers and great developers, and you feel that. And you feel it in the meeting room, you feel it on the practice field, and I can specifically see it with just the confidence of the players, guys that are developing, guys that are maybe making some plays that you felt like maybe they weren't making in the past. And when you see that, football's a game of momentum, whether it's on the field on a Saturday or it's watching the development of a player or a unit where they're gaining steam, they're gaining confidence. The competition is ongoing, but they keep getting better and better. And I think, having great coaches and teachers to be able to help create that momentum for players and for units is really important. And I think that's something that Coach Lynn and the rest of our defensive staff do an excellent job of.
Lincoln, you have a monster early season schedule. You open against LSU on Labor Day Sunday. You have a road trip to Michigan. You got Penn State, you have Wisconsin. Now, those games are all just in the first 6 weeks. How do you best describe that schedule? How do you, as a coach, try to manage it? Because I know the coach speak is to tell the guys, and this is true, the first game, the LSU game, is the only game that matters, but those games are all in the first six games of your schedule.
Yeah, no, one, it's a great opportunity. I mean, I think that's the first and foremost, and so we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be it's a great opportunity. It's a challenging early schedule, but we think it's going to be pretty challenging for the teams that have to play us too. And so we're embracing it. I mean, that's what you come to USC for. That's what you come to Los Angeles for, to play in these marquee games that everybody in the country is going to be following and watching. It certainly adds an increased level of excitement to your preparation, knowing all those great opportunities, and you want to be as ready as you possibly can when those moments get here. So, yeah, very much looking forward to it. It's the way we would have it. And, our guys can't wait to get on the field and start preparing, knowing that this is coming up soon.
All right, speaking of schedules, Lincoln, let's finish here. This will be our first year getting to cover your team in person during our training camp tour. What should the crew expect when they get there?
Well, you're just going to expect, I think, a couple of things. One, you're going to walk onto a campus and onto a facility that's unlike any other, that's very, very unique in our sport. I think everybody that gets to spend time on this campus, you see that pretty quickly. I think you're going to see a team that's incredibly excited about the opportunity, that has had an edge in the way that they've prepared really the entire year leading up to this, a very hungry team. And it's a team that's ready to seize the moment. And that's certainly what we're looking to build, and certainly what our team is focused on.
USC head man Lincoln Riley, he and the Trojans getting set for the season opener Sunday, September 1st against LSU. Lincoln, really appreciate the time. Look forward to work with you and your program throughout the course of the year.
Sounds great. Appreciate you guys.